Wow, I sure have a lot of things to do today. Why is that? Because I forgot to do my college assignment. I'm doing it last minute. It's 3 essays. Why would you do that? Because I made mistakes. Anyway, I heard that you did your assignment. You feel like reading off your paper? No. Could you answer some of my questions? Fine. But I'm not doing this from memory. I hate you. Let's see. What's your first question? Can you explain how sociology is significant in your personal experience? Well, sociology is significant to anybody who lives in a society as it forms in how we view it and interact with our environment. There is no self as we know it without society. Why don't you know this? You've been in this class for like a month. I didn't do the readings. Anyway, can you explain how sociological imagination helps you understand the impact of sociology in your own life? The sociological imagination is how reality functions at a social level. The way our smaller groups work with larger groups and the effects of these larger groups have our own perception of reality as directly related to our sense of self and our sense of community. You don't seem very happy with me. I'm not! Can you briefly explain how the relationship between the individual and society works? The individual makes society, and society makes the individual, and our sense of self shapes society, and the individual makes society, and society makes the individual, and society forms our sense of self. The concept of individualism only exists thanks to the formation of society, as without society there would be no need for the idea of the individual. You don't need to be so mean about it. Can you identify examples of either individual behaviors or personal experience that carry significance at the micro level? Family dynamics are one example that tends to affect people on a micro level. The area of significance is smaller and tends to be people strongly related to people on an individual level. Another example is close friends, behaviors we learn from them. These are both examples of primary groups. On the other hand, there's also the macro level. Religion is an example of a macro-level organization that affects large groups of people and their common beliefs. Religion tends to have a place in every culture, with the most prominent being Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. Another example is government. Government tends to give rise to large-scale nationalism, in many cases creating a culture in itself unrelated to ethnic backgrounds. That's a lot of information. Probably should have done the reading. Yeah, you should have! Can you briefly explain how sociological theory and research can help you understand the relationship between individual and society? Sociological research helps find the relationship between the individuals and society by analyzing shared beliefs, the experience of these individuals, and the way these trends differ over time. This shows how society changes itself over time. By analyzing research, we can find the different ways individuals change society due to the effects and outcomes over time. I'm feeling a lot of regrets, and I'm not sure I'm understanding everything that you're saying. Can you briefly explain which sociological theory can be used to describe the relationship between the individual and society? The conflict perspective describes individual and society best. It's an analysis on how society's structure affects the people and the inevitable limit we all reach. It's the most emotionally connected theory, making it the most human. The individual is human, and so is society. Okay, which research methodology is best to understand this? Qualitative interviews are the best method when analyzing the individual. Interviews are good for analyzing all the factors that could be affecting people. On mine, it depends on how thorough and truthful the interviews are, because a lot of the time people just lie. But that itself also says a lot about the society we're in. And looking at common factors in the interviews can show the best way society has affected the viewpoints of people. Okay. And then I have a few questions after them. What's sociology? The study of social problems, social forces, societal influences, culture, societal customs. That's shared behaviors, social structure, established patterns in society, socialization, how we learn to behave, social institutions, the established beliefs that provide structure to social life. Are you telling me that you were in this class for 2 months? You didn't do any reading? Like, at all, if you were telling the truth. Yeah. I'm not proud of it.